Hey everyone, it's Loser Maker here. I just thought I'd do a quick video to try and show everybody how to get into Gravon, because I know a few players have had trouble with some Java security issues and also just general navigation of the site. So I'm going to go through how to hopefully fix those Java security issues and also just how to go log in and find your way around in between all the Gravon playing rooms. So the first thing you're going to need to do is download Java. So if you just search for Java in Google, and then you can go to this link here to download the free Java software, which will get you the latest version of Java, and that should be no problem for running Gravon as of August anyway, in 2020 when I'm making this. But we will have to add in a few security exceptions later on in order to get this to work. Okay, so once you've downloaded Java, you want to go to your Start menu, and it should have created a folder called Java within there. And if you open up that folder, you want to go here to Configure Java, and that will have your configuration settings to modify some security exceptions, which will be needed to get Gravon to launch. So here I am in the Configure Java panel, and you won't have to change any settings here in general. I mean, you can go through and do whatever you want through here, but the main things to get Gravon to run is going to be to go to security and make sure that if it is on very high security levels, you can change that to high. But then what you're going to need to do is put in these two link addresses here. So you just go to edit site list, and a lot of people put in this one here, but they're not putting in this web start, which is the I had an issue with this for a while, but that's the main one which you need to have in order to get Gravon to start. Otherwise it will not start, because it will block Java will automatically block Gravon before it even gets a chance to launch, and it won't notify you with a pop-up or anything. So I'll put a link to those two links in the description, and make sure you put those in the exceptions list. From here, Gravon should launch without any problems from Java. So you just want to go to the Gravon website here, and then just hit Launch Gravon. It will probably ask you if you want to keep the file, which is the Java file. Select Keep, and that will probably download, and then you can open this file, and Java should run. It may ask you if you want to run anyway, because it may have a security risk there. I'm not sure if it's going to show here. It didn't there, but if it does show up, you want to select, I accept the risk, run this application, and you should be all good to go. Okay, so now that you've logged in, you should automatically come into this room, which is room 0, or Zentrum von Gravon, I think it's called, and that's how you get back to this room, which is the main lobby for Gravon. And if you go to user list, you can see that quite a fair few people here are in room 0, which basically means they're not playing at the moment. They may be away from keyboard, but the people that are in other rooms, for example, I can make you Lotto here. If we go to that room, that'll take you to room 200, and you can see that he's playing a game against Trevino. Now to get out of here and get back to room 0, you just hit commands and go back to room 0, and that brings you back. Now say you want to start your own game. I can see here that there's no one. These two people are probably already playing. We know that these two are, and everybody else is in room 0. So I want to go ahead and make a game of Stratego. I go to the game table, and then I can go to Stratego, and then it shows you all the different rooms in here. So all I have to do is go to a free room by clicking on this free button, and then I'm in a blank room, and then I just hit join. Top is red and bottom is blue, and then I can select my options here. So I might want to play a ranked game with watching allowed and not let people download the game afterwards, and I want it to be, say, a 50-minute game, and then I can hit OK now, or I can wait for someone to join and then hit OK. Now if I want to get out of the game, I just do leave current game. There's all the other options in here. During a game of Stratego, you can hit surrender, that's your forfeit. Just trying to think what else. And after the game, there's a few handy options, such as start next round. That automatically starts another game if you want to rematch with the person with the same settings as the previous game. Now another couple of handy things to have is if you go to options, there's a auto query here, which is a handy thing. I'll just go back to
room 0, it's handy to have, because then when you go to, it basically allows private messaging to pop up in a new window like this. So then if you want to privately chat to players, you can do so. There's a couple of other useful commands. For example, who is online here is pretty good to use, because then you can see how long someone's been away from keyboard. Say I wanted to play with Samuel, he's been away for 8 hours, so I know that he's well and truly away from keyboard. Let me see. Another good command which isn't on here, but you can use, is a .w. So I'll just type it. Say for example I want to send one to Swordfish, I would do .w Swordfish, and that's basically a wake up. So you just do the .w and then their name, and that sends a wake up call if you know that they are away from keyboard and you want to play with them. So I think that's basically it. I'll just show you how to get into the setup editor to make setups on Gravon. So if you join the game, no sorry, you don't have to join. We can leave the game. So you just go into an empty room and hit Stratego, and then there's the setup editor here, which you can just click on, and then you can go ahead and save setups and load setups in here. I forgot to mention also, yeah, while I'm in here, you can change your rank as either decreasing or increasing, and you can also take the numbers off if you want. The designs you can also set to American. I believe they also have, yep, that one there. So yeah, you can choose whatever you're comfortable with, but I think that is pretty much the main ins and outs of Gravon. If you have any trouble at all logging in with the Java issue, or I'd forgotten to mention something here which you're not quite sure how something works, just leave me a comment and I'll try to get back to you as soon as possible, hopefully with a fix, or possibly another video with some modified navigation or something.